Breakfast with Bob.
Welcome to day 4. Breakfast with Bob from Kona, Huggo's on the Rocks. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spas as Fuels, right fuel, right time. HOKA, Fly Human Fly, Deboer, Wetsuits, Quintana, and our Challenge Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, two of our favorite people on the planet. Give it up for Brent and Kyle Pease. I love that. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
So, Brent's still slowing you down, Kyle? I heard you were trying to trade up and get somebody a little faster.
Yeah, a little bit. So, hopefully we can keep going on that bike.
So Brent, take me back to, you were doing Ironman on your own. Was it 2010?
2010, yeah.
You did Ironman, but something was missing. You felt like, okay, this is great. It's a little bit of selfish. I'm swimming, I'm bike, I'm run. And why can't Kyle join me? Was it the Hoyt family, the Dick and Rick, that got you going and thinking that maybe there's another way to do this?
It was Kyle that got me going.
Really?
I mean, we sat down after the first Ironman, and the short story is he said, can people in wheelchairs do this? And,
yes.
You know, we hadn't, social media wasn't what it is today.
Nope.
And we had, the Hoyt story had kind of come in and out of our lives.
Yes.
But then when we started looking into it, of course, that was the first thing we came across. But it was really Kyle watching what we all watch when you sit on that seawall and just see these incredible athletes, and Kyle thinking, I can be one of them.
So Kyle, when you think about it, did you have sport as you were growing up before this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a big Braves Falcon Hawks fan. And our mom and dad gave us the love of sports. So I mean, I watch 17 Falcons games a year. I don't miss a game. So, but when I saw Brett do his first Ironman, it was an opportunity for me to be an athlete, and that was always a dream of mine. And to get to do it with Brett, it's something so sweet and very special.
So it's one thing to say, hey, I want to go do an Ironman, I want to do triathlon. It's another thing to figure out the logistics of it all. Because it's okay, in the swim, you got to figure out what type of raft do we use, how do we make this work? The bike, do we have Kyle behind me? Do we have him like Dick used to have Rick in the front? Take me through just figuring out the right equipment, because it's hard.
We've been really fortunate. I mean, our mechanic is here, who's been MacGyvering our bikes for the last 14 years with us. But
okay, mechanic.
But our goal was, I mean, when you look at Rick, when you watched videos of him cross the finish line, he looks like an athlete.
Absolutely.
And that was our goal, is for Kyle to be an athlete, not for me to just swim and tow and run, but for Kyle to be part of this whole process. And that means get him on the front of the bike, let him work, let him experience this, let his body go through what we all go through out there. And you watch it. I mean, when you watch us go by, I hope what everybody's drawn to is Kyle. And you see how hard he has to work to get this body that's strapped into this chair to go through what an Ironman goes through. And on top of that, he's got to deal with my BS for 14 and a half hours.
The whining that comes along
the
with
complaints,
it.
all of it.
I get it. Oh, I'm hot. It's windy. What the hell? Why don't you push more? So how tough is that, dealing with just all this, here especially, the conditions, the wind, the heat, making sure that you get enough nutrition? How do you do that?
A lot of practice, and I think that yesterday when we were on the bike practicing, I think that I experienced all of that, from the headwind to the tailwind to the heat to the wind. But Ironman is hard, and life is hard. So it's all about your approach, it's all about your attitude, and it's amazing to be here. And that's what I'm going to try to remember, that I get to be here. I don't have to be here.
This is your choice.
Yes. But it's something that I love, and to get to do it with Brett is something that I'll never take for granted.
You said something the last time we were together here that I've never forgotten. You said you win or you learn. That was a wonderful line that you said. What did you learn from being here the last time?
How magical of a place this is. What a gift it is to be out here with all these crazy endurance athletes. And it's something that I don't take for rightly, and to get to do it with Brad, to push and grind and focus on that finish line. It's something that's very important to me.
Well, and the other side of this, it's one thing to do it for just the two of you, but now you have a foundation named after yourself. Kyle Pease Foundation is pretty damn awesome. Any Kyle Pease Foundation? Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. This crowd's bigger than the Frodeno crowd, by the way. Yeah. Jan who? Come on, it's Kyle Pease all the time. With the idea of coming up with a foundation, because obviously there's a lot of other people who are similar, brothers and sisters and whoever, moms and dads, who want to do this in a different way, right? And want to do it as a duo. How important was that to you to be able to spread the love of what that means to be part of the triathlon family?
I think it's very important. I think the Agars try the Hoyt with their legacy. I think that we're all about inclusion, and to get to do that as a family is super, super important, and that's why we're all out here to advance inclusion and to make it better for the next generation.
I love it. Brent, you were saying the other day, in terms of the foundation, how many staff now? And I love the fact that a lot of your staff are dealing with challenges as well.
Yeah, so we've got 11 staff now. It used to just be, when we were here in 18, it was just me, which made the bike riding process a lot easier. But we've now got 11, and 6 of those employees are athletes with disabilities. And as Kyle and I like to share, they're providing meaningful work to the foundation. This is not just a charity case. They have a job, and they got to work for him, so they're expected to perform.
I don't know. They got to work for Kyle. So you're fired. That's probably fun for you, huh? That's great. That's actually something when we're reading through our CAF grants, so many times you're seeing what people make for a year. People are dealing with disabilities. They're making $20,000, $25,000 a year, and when they're asking for a $4,500 basketball chair, you realize there's no way they could ever afford this. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you guys are hiring people who are dealing with disabilities and having them make a living doing what they love and helping other people, that's pretty damn special.
It's been really rewarding, and just being able to watch them thrive and have purpose. I mean, when you're an adult with a disability, there's a very steep cliff in terms of what's available to you, and the foundation creates an outlet through sports. And I remember saying to Kyle here in 2019 when we were watching some other teams who unfortunately didn't finish, and Kyle said, well, what was it like in there? Because I was in the transition area. And I said, Kyle, everybody should experience what you did in 18. Because that feeling of coming up that ramp, it's your own sense of purpose, but it's your own sense of inclusion. And when they come to work and they get an email address and a business card, these little things that seem like it's just not that big a deal to us.
It's huge.
It's a huge deal. And it's not lost on us, because it's helping us serve this mission in a much greater way than we ever thought possible.
And you guys are beyond just triathlon. Aren't you doing the Everest Challenge and things like? Talk about some of the other events you're involved with. Yeah,
so we're involved with the 29029 Everesting Challenge. We've got athletes that are helping us raise a tremendous amount of money and create awareness around what we're doing. We've got everything from 5K to Ironman. I mean, we're doing it all, and just trying to find different paths to grow our community and to create a path to inclusion, which is really what we're all about.
What is the ultimate goal? And Kyle, what is the ultimate goal?
I would get the guys say the ultimate goal is just to show what we can do rather than what we can't do.
Exactly. And put a spotlight on that.
Absolutely. But I do want to say that the 29029 people, they're way crazier than the Ironman people are.
They are way crazier than anybody.
Yeah.
No question about it. What was it like for you, Kyle, coming across? I mean, obviously you saw Brent do it before, but for you to come across a line in 18, what was the feeling like?
You know, I never been able to walk before, but to go across that finish line together was really something that I'll never forget. And Brett gave me that gift. So it's, I don't know what to say.
So, Brent, when you're out on the bike, and this always blew me away when Dick and Rick, when you added up Dick and Rick and the bike, it was close to 400 pounds that he was pushing up towards. What do you guys with the total weight on the bike?
Well, thanks to our good friend Curtis, we've MacGyvered that thing down to about 375 pounds. So.
375 pounds. You must be sore after pushing the Javi and back.
Oh yeah, very sore. Yeah, very sore.
What is the toughest part of the day for you, Kyle?
The bike.
The bike, right? Because
Yeah.
it's 112 miles. You don't know what the conditions are.
Yeah, and it gets uncomfortable.
Yes.
But that's what I love about the sport is that everybody is uncomfortable.
Everybody's
I mean,
uncomfortable. Yeah.
I mean, even the pros. So I'm just excited to be out there and to show what I can do.
So how fast, Brent, did you guys go last time?
It was about 13.5 miles per hour, 8 hours and 21 minutes on the bike. So.
Wow. And what's the goal this year?
I mean, the bike cutoff is always the goal.
Always.
I mean, that's
because everything else is gravy.
If the conditions are good,
Yes.
we think we've worked really hard. And we think fitness is there and love is there and support. And you look at this whole crew that's
Oh my
with us.
God.
I mean, this is our secret weapon right here. This is why we are so successful, because of all of these people that make this possible for us. So I don't think there's any reason that we can't go any faster than what we did in 18. So we're going to crush this thing.
How many people, Kyle, how many people do you have in your posse this year who are racing or supporting?
We have 4 of us that are racing. I'm sorry, 5. And it's been a joy to get to do it with these guys. Again, I just can't wait till we all cross the finish line together.
Kyle, what's the ultimate goal for the foundation?
The ultimate goal is to take it worldwide.
Worldwide?
Yes.
Intergalactic. I like it.
Yeah. Me and Brett have not discussed that, but we'll get there after Kona.
So when you see people walking around with your shirts on, with your name on it, how does that make you feel?
Man, it's overwhelming. I never would have thought that it would be this big. You know, my mom always told us when we started this to start small, and the people will come, and they did come, and we are better because of all of the people that we serve.
Yes, you are. How about a round of applause for Brent and Kyle Pease? Pacho Man!
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. The troubles that melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top, that's where you'll find me on Breakfast with Bob.
And Pacho Man, everybody!